Hello everybody, this is John for Generic. Today we're doing another video. So as you can see from the poster from the beginning, I'm going to be showing you guys my Laval Quasar deck profile. And I forgot, I mean like a long time ago when I was first starting to add sound to my videos, I showed you guys my Laval deck, but I didn't actually show you the deck profile. So I suppose I should probably actually catch up to where I'm supposed to be. So let's get right to it. We have 19 monsters, 21 spells, and no traps. Before, I used to have other traps, but I decided that for consistency and to keep it correct, like, a lot of the times the problems with levels is that there are cards that stop rekindling or other cards to stop your Quasar. That's why you need a bunch of spell or trap card destroyers, so that's why I did that. So let's get right to it. We have 1 Gorse, 2 Fire Dog to get out either a Cannoneer, which, you know, you shouldn't go for, usually. Magician, which is probably the best case. Lady, so you can go for level 7, or you can go for Handmaiden for a level 5 synchro. We have 3 Cannoneer, which is pretty much crucial. I mean, you technically only need 2 Cannoneer in the entire deck. I just feel like 3 is probably the best. We have 2 Magician, and I'll tell you guys why I have the Flamvols in this deck. I mean, obviously Fire Dog is obvious, but the Magician is not that obvious. So we have 2 Lakeside Lady, which is really important to the Magician later on. We have 3 Cards for the consistency. You can draw 2 cards. It helps with the setup. I also forgot that Lakeside Lady, you can use her effect to banish herself and another level to destroy a set card. It doesn't matter if it's a spell, trap card, or even a monster. As long as it's a set card, you can activate it. And then we have 3 Handmaiden. With her effect, if you have another level in your graveyard, you can keep milling another level to your graveyard. So a great combination would be Sweltering Heat Transmission Field to put Laval Magma Cannoneer to the graveyard, then Handmaiden, then another Handmaiden, then another Handmaiden, and then probably another Cannoneer if you want to go for Quasar, or Lakeside Lady if you wish to. And then we have 3 Swift Scarecrow, which is the card that helps me out with the Quasar play. It's the only level 1 monster that's not a tuner in this deck, so I have to really hope I get this card basically, but usually it's not a problem. And it also helps out with the protecting life points, because since this is a setup deck, there's a lot of times when you have like low life points and you're open and stuff like that. For the spells, we have a Dark Hole, 3 Gold Sarcophagus to look for the Rekindling or the Sweltering if you need to. Heavy Storm, Monster Reborn, 3 Mystical Space Typhoons, 3 Night Beams. You know, like I said, you need to destroy those spell or trap cards that your opponent has. 3 Pot of Duality for consistency. 3 Rekindling, which is the strongest card in the deck, basically. It's the reason why this deck is so broken. And also, Rekindling, I believe, should go to 1, really. It's way too powerful. It really should go away. And 3 Sweltering Heat Transmission Field, which is the card that mills all the cards. So for the extra deck, we have 1 Quasar, Red Nova, Shooting Star, Worm, Red Dragon, which is usually not a good card for me, but I have to do it in this deck. Stardust Dragon, Laval Sanin, Black Rose, Laval the Greater, Bryonic, TG, Hyper Librarian, Alia Catastor, Laval Dragon, Armory Arm, and Formula Synchron. So let's get to the combos in this deck. So usually you want to, first hand, the best hand you can ever get, basically, would be Sweltering Heat Transmission Field, Rekindling, and a Swift Scarecrow. You can have copies of each, but it's basically the best hand. That's how you get Quasar, basically. So here's the first thing you do. You activate Sweltering Heat Transmission Field, you put Cannoneer, 3 Handmaidens, and then depending on what you want to go for, I usually go for a Cannoneer if I want to go for Quasar. And then you activate Rekindling, special summon the 2 Cannoneer and all 3 of the Handmaidens. You sync one of the Handmaidens and one of the Cannoneers for a level 5, which is usually the best to get the Librarian first. And then you sync with the other Cannoneer and the other Handmaiden to get usually Laval Dragon. This card's the reason why it's basically an OTK. And then with the last Handmaiden, it stays there for a second. And then you normal summon the Swift Scarecrow, sync those 2 to get Formula Synchron, and then you sync the Formula Synchron, the Laval Dragon, or the Ally Catastrophe if you wish, and the TG Librarian, and you get the Shooting Quasar Dragon. And during this process, you do get to draw 3 cards because when the Laval Dragon special summon from the extra deck, you get to draw a card because of Librarian. And when Formula is on the field, in a Synchro Summon, you get to draw 2 cards because you get 1 card from from Formula and 1 from TJ Librarian. So the other combo would be the usual process: Sweltering Heat, get Cannon, 3 Handmaidens, and then a Lakeside Lady. So this combo is actually harder to pull off, but it's sometimes better to go for this one anyway. You have to have a Magician in the graveyard in order to actually activate it. So this is how it goes. So you activate the Rekindling, you special summon a Magician, a Cannoneer, a Lakeside Lady, and a Handmaiden. That's only 4 cards. This combo requires less requirements. You just need the Magician in the graveyard as well, of course. So once you do that, you sync the Cannoneer and the Magician to go for the Red Dragon Archfiend, and then you sync the Red Dragon Archfiend with the Handmaiden and the Lakeside Lady to get Red Nova Dragon, which is why I have the Magician in the deck. So if I wish to, I can either go for Red Nova Dragon or I can go for Shooting Quasar Dragon. Some people actually like having 2 or 3 even Shooting Quasar Dragons in the deck. I just feel like I never really actually go for 3 because you only need 1 to actually win the game anyway, especially since I have Red Nova Dragon anyway. So for the side deck, this is the point where I show you some cards that are good for the deck. So we have Trigoria, that's good for the deck. Royal Firestorm Guards, that helps out with consistency. You get to draw 2 cards, and you can put the Pyro monsters in your graveyard to the deck. Spirit of Flames for the extra Synchro ability if you want to, or even Exceeding, but I don't have any XYZ monsters in the deck. Laval Cannon, which I used to have in this deck, but not anymore. Card Trooper to put those monsters in the graveyard. Max C because it's a hand trap. Boost Warrior, which is usually the favorited level 1 non-tuner monster because you can special summon it, but you can just normal summon a monster anyway. Volcanic Shell, which is also a good card because you can keep getting more Volcanic Shells, and it's also a good level 1 non-tuner monster. Battle Fader is also good. It's basically the same thing as Swift Scarecrow, only in my opinion is that Swift Scarecrow is better because with Battle Fader you have to special summon it, and if you have a Rekindling and you have to go for it, you have to get rid of the Battle Fader somehow because it's in the way. You need to have all 3 Handmaidens and the Cannoneer in order to actually get Quasar, which is why I'd rather have Swift Scarecrow than the Battle Fader. Effect Veiler, which is a good card also. Foolish Barrel to put that monster in the graveyard. Searing Firewall, which is a good card to help out with getting Quasar in the field because you can just banish a Laval in your graveyard and you get an instant non-tuner level 1 monster. Ruckus Greek could actually help because you need to draw those cards, and these two are the cards I believe would be good mashups together, like a hero level deck, which you've probably heard of inside with Crow Cresta. He made a hero level deck, and also the Lightsworns can do really well with them tied all together, and then you can actually combine the levels, the Lightsworns, and the heroes together, which I've actually shown you guys already. There are also some other cards you can actually put in the deck, but I didn't have enough room. You can also have XYZ monsters like Volval Chain, and you could also have a lot of more trap cards. So if you guys have any suggestions, comments, complaints, or anything, comment below, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time.